Okay, I'm back now. I actually got room back here now, see? I'm not tripping over stuff today. Spring cleaning happened early today, or yesterday anyway. Okay, so I got our bandsaw right here. I'm gonna cut this thing off at something about 6 1/4 inches roughly. Probably a little extra. Oop, too far. That's pretty quick. There you go. Beats doing it by hand. Beats a chop saw too. There you go. I made that too. It's one of my projects I did in college. Make something you need. Alright, so that's what it looks like. Take it back later and we'll work on it. Okay. Take these out. So this is raw right now, so I'm going to face these off and smooth them up. Then I can turn the OD. I got to put a center hole on the end of it here. Maybe one of these here. That'll center it, so I can hold it between centers and it won't be wobbling back and forth like that. It'll be right on the center. So first I'm going to trim off all these burrs and stuff that are in here. Cut it to length and make it square. Cuts like crap. Hot roll. Yeah. Terrible stuff. Okay, we're going to use a bigger center on it. No reason to have a small one. Okay. Alright, get over here where I can see what I'm doing. I can access in here. Drill chucks, you just crank the handle back here like this. Put it on in. So it's going to cut right on center where the bar is at. Lock it up like that the best. hot rod is not like the machine. Hot roll is a lousy junky machine. Part on all your cutters. Okay, so see now that hole is centered to, it's concentric to the outside, which means it's centered. So now we can come off of that surface. Okay, now we can make another one. Just like a beat on the hammer. Somebody wants me already. It's time of night. Hello. Huh? If you don't want to bother me, you can. Okay, come on over. Bye. Customer needs help already. What was it 10:30 already? 11:30. I forget. Yeah, well. Late night as usual for you. Pretty much if I'm here, I'm open. Okay, I'm going to put the center again. See how it bounces when you first put it in, then it centers itself up. The rotation of blade centers the bit. If the drill was spinning, it would go where it wanted to, but if the part spins, if the drill's on center, it would center itself. It's the difference between doing it by hand and doing it this way. Cutting pressure, keeping that arcing at us. Okay, so that one's on center also. Okay, now for the tricky part. Yep, wrong thing. That stays in. This comes out. Then this comes out. This is the center. It's a live center because it spins. A dead center doesn't spin. So this is a live center. I don't know if you're seeing that or not. I can't see what we're looking at. So like I said, this one's going to spin. Well, we got two centers here. So put it between centers and turn it. It should be concentric when you turn it and take a minimum amount of material off. So now I got to do a center over here. Now if I just hold it right here on the end and do it like this, it'll probably work pretty good, except at the very end we're going to have a problem. And I can always flip it over and clean that last little bit off. Or we can turn it between centers and see if that works. Now the way you do it between centers is you take a chunk of crap, and something like this, that has a center on it. You stick it in there and drive it off of it. And you can put enough pressure on it, you can actually drive a little bit, but if it's too much pressure it'll just spin. More likely this isn't going to cut very good that way because it's hot roll. Hot roll takes a lot of pressure to cut. Okay, so let's put this in that lathe and see how it's going to work. I'm about 50-50 on how it's going to work. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's not quite dead center, it's pretty close. Okay, now the way you get your center to be square, you have to cut it. And the way you cut it is set your compound over here to the 40 or to the 60 degree, because this is a 60-degree angle. And you can cut it. So 60 degree is 30 degree one way. 60 and 30 makes 90, in case you didn't know. So if you put this on 30, it'll cut a 60-degree angle the other direction. Okay, this you gotta rotate around. More likely I'm going to slide it over a little bit. This needs to be less than what this is, so that it'll cut. And that should be enough. If in doubt, you put your straight edge on there. I thought I had that in my pocket. Nope. So if you put the straight edge on here, if the straight edge is not parallel to this and going inward, it's got enough angle. So see how it comes inward a little bit, but not by much, only a few degrees, so it'll clear. So now I'm going to cut this. Now if I turn it backwards, it'll cut on the direction I need to cut. That's what we're going to do. Looks like we're just going to make it. Okay, now if I come back with my compound here, it'll cut. So make sure you go backwards now. Or go outward. When you watch the surface there, you can see what's actually going to be cutting. You see the new clean spot. Off the point there. That's most of it. Okay, now that is 100% concentric to the lathe. We just cut it on the lathe. Knock off that titty right there, just put on there. Knock off the titty, go the other direction. Okay. So now that's ready to drive this here. But this is all the wrong angles here now, so I gotta fix it now. I'm not gonna cut 60 degrees, I'm gonna cut straight, which would be 90 degrees. Okay. Or 180, depending on what your angle you're looking at things from. I usually like having this on 60 degrees this way. Belongs. Make sure that's getting tight. See if the center's close to what we need. It's a little bit low. Okay, a little bit high on our cutter. So if you look at your tangent line right here that we're getting from our scale being in there, it's leaning this over this way here. So that means the cutter's too high, so it needs to come back a little bit. Now being a little high puts positive in it, which is good for real soft materials, but when you're doing hard material, you got to be, it's better to be a negative, which is a little bit below center. So, or at least on center. This material is not super hard, it's just crappy stuff that doesn't like to cut. It's tough. So let's lower that down a little bit. Back and check it again. A little bit low now. I don't want to be low. I want to be be right on the money. Try going back and forth. There we go. Now we're just a tick off the center, a few degrees low. So I'm going to try that and see if that helps that cut. If I don't like it, I can always play with it a little bit. So I don't expect this is going to cut very well. Put this in. Pressure on that. Okay, let's see how far out of whack this thing is. See how straighter it is than what it was before. There's a little bit of a bounce right here in the middle. It bowed a little bit, but the ends are pretty much on the money. Come in here like this. Witness marks and see how far off it is. Get smaller diameter down here. See it's on center better. Okay. This is the high spot right through here. You can see it. See where the marks are at. See, it hits right here a little bit. This would use a hammer. That's why it bowed over on the side. There's a big punch in here. So this is all low through here. There's a high spot again. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and put on a couple thou here, about that much. Turn on the power feed. Everything set looks good. Give me some cutting oil. I'm going to give every advantage we can to make this thing cut. It's also very abrasive when cutting. The oil will help knock that down a little bit, but still have to be tough on it. Gauge it here. There we go, don't move. It doesn't cut very much, so I'm going to give it a few more thousands. 4 more thou. There we go, that's about match and cut. The only thing that's driving this bar is that little taper right there. Not much leverage. So it's cutting pretty good. Stop. If you cut backwards, you might get a better finish too. Play around. Coming off like mud. Now we're going to use this as a pressing bar, so the smoother it is, the better the finish will be. And that's partly done. Finish looks like crap. So you can see how it's low and high, low and high. Okay. Yeah, it's more rubbing than cutting, that's why its finish looks a little better. A little more shiny. Get rid of the crit. Okay, I'm going to give it 2 lines, which is 4 thou. Start again. So that's tight. So there's the difference. So now we're just starting to cut right here now. See how it rubs across? That's cutting good metal through there more or less. See how the finish is turning to crap? That's pretty much how hot roll cuts. Okay, I'll be spending up for a few minutes on this. Probably a good half hour doing this before I get interrupted. I'll be back later. So we're cutting backwards, which is giving us a better finish. See how crappy it is over there. Of course, now I'm cleaning up the whole surface, so I wasn't quite clean on that side. But we're going to cut it backwards in the less uneven cutting. Less uneven cutting right there. So it pulls up a chip, it leaves a real nice finish. And the chip breaks away, it starts getting rough again. Cut, doesn't cut, cut, doesn't cut. It's really uneven. Typical of this material, and a shitty lathe. Proper lathe doesn't help. You have to learn how to make do with what you got. You always could. This is one of them. It's not too awful bad of a finish. Definitely uneven through here, you can feel it in here. I doubt the finish will get any better if I do another cut. I've had experience with this crap before. So. Alright, so now what I'm going to have to sand this down a little bit. Try to get rid of some of this roughness that's in here. You can see it. It's rough. Alright. Uh-oh, here comes interruptions.
Where are you hiding?
I'm working. Are you coming here to bother me? Nice about turning between centers, you can take the part in and out and it doesn't really affect it. Okay, so I just put a radius on this edge. See how this one's square cut? So now we're going to do the same thing. Flip around the other way, put it back in. Radius on that side, almost matches. Okay, so now I gotta try to get this smoothed up. So I'm gonna try some sanding on here. See how that goes. What's wrong with your carbonator?
Took it apart.
Oh, that's your problem? Customer worked on his own junk, that's the problem. Alright, where's my sandpaper at? At least it's a Harley part, not a car part.
Yeah. You want some of this purple stuff?
Nope, I want some of this stuff here. This is coarser, but new. This is finer, but used. Coarser. Looks like it says 120 or something on it, who knows. Yep.
Got no certain diameter, or just polishing it?
Nice to have those cutting marks in there. I'll be here all day if I want to sand those out. I'll use some coarser paper. Suck your thumb in there, it hurts.
A lot of waste of concrete, really.
A lot of sanding going on there. Just got my thumb worn off, yeah. I didn't realize how much fish you have on that. Yeah. All right. Let's see, if I started with this one, it'd be a little quicker. This is a, I don't know, maybe it's 7 grit. I don't know. It's pretty chunky. A little bit too coarse. Okay, let's try to find one. This is 180. What's another one? I thought the other one was 180.
Which one?
20.
There's a little bit of polish on it now.
This is a lot smoother. You want to keep it moving so you don't put a low spot in it. There. stay on that as long as you want to. Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
We're not going to be able to see it anyway, are we?
See it in your cutter. Okay, now I need to fix that. What do we got to fix it with? Let's see, I got this one here. I'm not sure what grit this is. What grit is this?
Does it say?
Somewhere, maybe. What's this one here? Oh, this is for a lot bigger hole. I don't like that one. See, those are the bigger versions of those down there, see?
0.800 to 0.1.110. That's diameter of it, I guess. Huh?
You have to look on the side where it says stone number.
Oh.
It's
Nothing
going to be
here.
80s, 90s, 60s.
Nothing.
Nothing. Perfect.
On the other side of it.
I like nothing. I will guarantee you this is going to give a different finish.
You might see on this thing somewhere on the other side of the stone. But I can't see it.
No, it's on the end of it.
Oh, I see it now. It's been cut off almost.
You butchered it.
I didn't.
You didn't do that? The other guy did it.
There's some writing there. I just can't read it anymore.
Special. That's a stone. I mean, that's the shoe. This is the stone over here.
Oh.
The stone number's usually written right in here somewhere. Okay, same deal. You can compress these and get whatever you need for diameter. Looks like I gotta open this up a little bit to match that. First thing I do is take it out of here. Open this up until it fits in the hole. There we go. Okay. Now, if the thing gets in the way, it'll take it off.
Yeah, I'm watching. Okay, well the stone says it's big on this side. That's where it keeps locking up. There's a finish we're getting with this. Looks like it's pretty rough. Must be a rough stone. It's alright, this is making it straight and flat, so the rough is okay. This has a lot more leverage for cutting than the my sandpaper, so it cuts better. Here, you can hold that. So you can readjust that. Oh, I'm way off. There we go. Good cutting spot. Not too hard. Back over there.
shoot up that taper a little bit.
A little bit.
You're gonna grind on it. It's really thick over on this side. So, I wonder which way this thing is off. Yeah, I think it lost the taper.
Just a little bit. Oh. That happened quick too, didn't it?
Well, I couldn't shut it off. I was jammed in. I'm gonna flip this around this way and see if it works good. You got a fresh surface to work on, but that taper's screwed. So if you can't shut the power off, it's going to be a problem. Okay. Still high on this side.
I thought you turned it around. No?
I did, but it's big on this end of the paper.
Oh, that end, yeah.
I flipped the stone over too, and you see if the stone is tapered.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely cut bigger on that one side. It's a lot more even than it was.
Smoothing out.
It's getting straighter, yeah, but it's still small on that side. It's starting to run dry over here too, which is not good. Pressure down there.
I feel it grabbing more at that end. We're getting close to even now.
Getting more even, yeah.
Pretty dry.
Yeah. On the other side. It's a little more accurate than you need.
You know what?
A little more accurate than you really need.
Yeah. So you're not shooting for a certain diameter on it then, huh?
No, it doesn't really matter what it is. I just have to compensate for whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess this is a pretty rough finish though, because it was smooth. Pretty smooth. This is not real smooth, so. It's not exactly rough either.
Not bad though.
It's
It don't look bad to me.
It's not super smooth.
Some 2000 grit sandpaper, you might be a little better, but
At least now it's straight,
it's not all grooved up.
and the grooves are gone, see? That thing cut quite a bit. The biggest thing though, it's straight. If you measure, it's going to be probably within 1,000ths all the way around the whole thing, which is better than most machine bar stock you buy, they guarantee it's a certain size. Usually it's not. It's only within about thousands of being round.
Yeah.
It's usually got chatter marks all the way through it. Okay, which one's screwed up? So I have some finer stones I bought. I bought a bunch of stones for these things.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously this is probably like an AS50,
Cuts pretty good.
60 grit. So it's like this is probably like 180 grit finish. Okay, now this is a worn out 180 grit.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is dry and it's got a little bit of junk on it, which is going to contaminate this. Oh well. Too bad.
Yep. Oh, is that mark on it? Like it's oil?
You can watch oil on there. Loaded up the paper
Way
though.
different.
You notice a little difference in that?
Yeah.
Now it's dirty. My clean rag is dirty. Alright, so now it's nice and clean. Let's see what size it is. It's warmed up too.
Oh, warmed up, yeah, a little bit.
In your pocket, there's the balls.
Is that the good one?
Yeah, that's the good one. So I cut off almost 20 thumbs. See, 104, 104 and a half.
Yep. What was it? What'd you start with?
126. Oop, what the hell's that?
Oh, 80.
Get grit on everything. Piece of grit.
Can't see the lights hitting the thing. You got it now.
It went up to 8 because it had grit on it.
Oh.
Knowing how thick the grit is, 3 thou. See, it's 104 and a half all the way around.
Good enough for the girls I go out with.
Yep, 4 right there. It's a low spot. Pretty accurate.
For a hand deal.
Doesn't need to be that accurate by a long shot.
Now we can deal with this thing right here. How do you put that spring back on right?
I don't know. Let me go clean up. Look at that.